So, welcome to Austrian Vienna Comic Con. What does it mean for you to be one of the star guests of the first Comic Con in Vienna?
Yeah, it's great. It's really nice. It's really nice to be here. It's really busy. Yeah, it's fun to be. It's fun to help you break your virginity.
You have been on many other conventions. What are the differences between the conventions and here in Vienna?
Not much actually. All conventions are pretty the same. I often kind of forget what city I'm in because they all look so alike. But yeah, this one's really good. I think considering it's the first one, it's amazing how many people are here and how organised it is. So yeah, I'm very impressed.
And do you think it's more familiar, like others?
Familiar? Oh yeah, it's very similar to others. Yeah.
Have you ever been to Vienna or Austria in your past?
Yeah, I've been to Salzburg. I went to Salzburg about a couple of years ago. For my friend lives there, so we went there for the weekend. But this is my first time in Vienna.
It's a Comic Con, so cosplay is always a big part of it. Have you ever seen somebody playing yourself, and how was your feeling recognizing yourself?
Yeah, all the time. There was I had someone come up to me today actually dressed as my character and my boyfriend and my sister, and it was wicked. Like they were really cool costumes. Yeah, it's always amazing to see how much kind of passion and hard work goes into creating these costumes. So yeah, it's always fun seeing that.
Is it a strange feeling to recognize yourself?
It's a nice feeling actually. It's nice. It's like, wow, cool. You've taken the time to kind of dress up as my character. Like it's really humbling. It's lovely. It's really nice.
What does it mean for you to be part of Games of Thrones?
It's a job, so yay for being employed. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty amazing to be in the biggest television show in the world, the biggest story being told right now. Everyone's passionate about it. Everyone's got an opinion on it, and yeah, it's really amazing to be a part of the kind of collective, popular subculture consciousness. You know, it's pretty incredible.
What do you think makes Games of Thrones so special and so successful?
I think it's the story. I think it's the characters. But I also think it's the passion that everyone on set puts into it, from the writers, the directors, the actors, to the set dressers, to the props people. Everyone has so much love for the show, and I think that really shows in the final product.
There are not many people who haven't seen Games of Thrones yet, but if there would be one, how would you describe your character to them?
My character? Wow, that's difficult because it's a tough one. The character is from a noble family. He is the heir to Highgarden, which is a very powerful and ambitious family. And yeah, he is in the middle of it. He is in the middle of the political struggle in King's Landing, and yeah, he's very loyal to his family. But yeah, he's had a lot of heartbreaks in his life, and I think he feels quite trapped in his current situation. So it's tough. It's really difficult to kind of describe 6 years of character development in like in like a sentence. But yeah, I think that's yeah.
And what do you think yourself about the character? Is it hard to play him?
I think it's great. I love the character. I've been doing it for 6 years now. I've got a very tight bond with Loras. He's grown on me, you know, like he's definitely grown on me, and yeah, I'm really proud of him, and yeah, I love it. I love it.
If not Loras, which character do you like most, and which character would you like to play, if not Loras?
That's tough, because there's so many great characters in the TV show. I really like Theon. I think Theon's a great character. I think Alfie plays him exceptionally. And I would never want to take that away from him. But I'd like to, if I could play another character, Theon would be a fun character to play, I think, because of the development of the character and the fact that he's not so clear-cut bad. Like, you understand why he's doing what he's doing, even though that doesn't make it right. But there's so many other characters that I like. I really like Varys. I like Arya. I like the Hound. I like them all. It's hard to choose.
What can you tell us about your preparations for your role?
I learn the lines. It depends. It depends what is needed for the role. Like I did a lot of horse riding, a lot of sword training. There was a lot of stuff that I had to do this year. It was a lot more difficult, and I can't go into it now, but because it'd be spoiling it. But there's a lot of kind of psychological preparation I had to get into a certain mode. But yeah, it's just I kind of take the character away with me subconsciously when I'm not playing him at home. When I'm doing like day-to-day things, I'll kind of think about, okay, well, I'll kind of bring him into my real life and work with it. Like he's always there with me, So it's like this steady development going on subconsciously. So when I have to play him, it's all there already, and I can just bring it out.
Okay. What can you tell us about the audition for Games of Thrones? How have it been for you, and what have you been doing when you get the call? Yes, you get the role.
Yeah. So I auditioned for the role, and then I got a recall, and then I got the part. And I remember it was the World Cup, and it was the first game of the World Cup, and I was watching it at home, and I think it was the South African World Cup, and South Africa were playing some country, and it was the first game, and I was watching it, and I remember I got a phone call from my agent, and as she told me that I'd got the part, South Africa just scored the first goal of the tournament. And so I was like, what? And then like everyone on the TV, like the football players were like going crazy as well, because like South Africa were hosting and they'd also just scored the first goal. So it was just this mad moment of like complete elation, like on the TV and in my own mind and heart. So it was, it was quite funny.
What are the biggest differences between playing a role in Games of Thrones and playing a role in other series?
Not much, to be honest. I mean, a role is a role. You bring your whole self to it, your imagination, your heart, and your hard work. And I think, regardless of what you work on, I think the most important thing is to bring the truth of the character and the story to fruition. And so I treat every role with the same level of respect and passion. I mean, because Thrones is so big, there's a lot more money spent on costume and set, so it's a lot easier to kind of feel a part of that world, But from an actor's point of view, it's the same level of work I do for any role.
What are your next projects?
Well, I've just been filming the new Game of Thrones. And I just did a film called Leatherface, which is a prequel to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which is really interesting. It's directed by these two French guys. It's a really great script, really interesting origin story, actually. And it's I think it might surprise quite a few people because it's actually quite good.
When will we see it?
I don't know, actually. I think it's out early next year. I think someone was saying Valentine's Day, which I think would be quite cool, but I'm not sure. I think it'll be next year sometime.
And last question. What's the one question you wish that everyone have asked you but didn't?
Which is the one question that everyone's asked me but they didn't? What I wish some...
Which question you wished that everyone would ask you but didn't?
Oh my God. I don't know. What question? I don't know. One question I wish everyone would ask me but didn't. I don't know, because I haven't thought. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think about what questions I'd like people to ask me. That would be weird.
Some people have the wish to tell the people something, and they never get the question to get the chance to tell them.
I see. Well, no, I'm pretty open. Like you kind of what you see is what you get. So I'm not waiting for anyone to ask me any question. Like, I'm here. This is me. Hi. Like, there's no question that hasn't been asked already.